What's up everyone, David here, and we're back today with another video. And again, we're talking Super Smash Bros., which is kind of weird since I'm not the biggest Smash guy, but I really do love SMT and I like to play Smash with friends sometimes, and it's really cool. So I want to talk more about those two series that I really like, and today is going to be a bit different. Actually, of course, we did the video about Smash last week, which was Shin Megami Tensei is a mainline Shin Megami Tensei rep coming into Smash possible? Does it even make sense? And we had a great discussion in the comment sections of this video. We were discussing whether it was possible or not, and I realized that there was a big topic and a big debate in the comment section, which was who would make it in if an SMT rep was to get into Smash. So I decided to take a look at your ideas and think in the back of my head what characters from SMT could get into Smash. Of course, we already have Jokers from Persona 5, but I do feel like we might get more, and of course I feel like a mainline character would make more sense. But I have a few picks for today's video, and I want to tell you guys those picks and tell you how I think they would work if they were to get into Smash Bros. Now, for this top 5, I want to let you guys know that there isn't any type of restrictions for my picks. So what that means is, first, it doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be likely at all. Second, unlike in the other video that I made, it doesn't have to be mainline SMT, it can be anything else. And of course, it can also be extremely ambitious with how the character would work, so with his spells and stuff like that. So those are my 3 restrictions and conditions for my picks. So let's get right in. I think I have a lot to say. My first pick, which I think is kind of probably one of the cooler ones, is Demi-Fiend as Pokemon trainer. So let me explain. So of course, Demi-Fiend is able to summon demons, so I would imagine playing as Demi-Fiend, but being able to summon demons and interchange them during combat. So basically, you're playing, you're fighting with, let's say, a Jack Frost, which is your first summon. You can see Demi-Fiend in the background doing some moves and summoning demons. You play as Jack Frost, you do your spells, stuff like that, and then you change to a Jack-o'-lantern, and then you fight, you do other type of spells with different abilities, just like Pokemon Trainer does, from Squirtle to Ivysaur to Charizard. It's basically the same thing, from Jack Frost to Jack-o'-lantern, and let's say a Pixie, for example. That would be so cool, and the potential would be amazing. Like, could you imagine you just switch the 3 demons altogether? That would let people know who are not familiar with SMT that you summon demons, and you need to have multiple type of demons. And here are some designs for those demons. They're all very unique, very different, and of course very cool as well. That I would feel like it would be so fun to play as. I feel like that's a really ambitious idea, but it would be extremely cool if they were to do something like that. Now, another pick that I really love, and that's an idea of mine, is Surf. Main character, if you don't know him, it's the main character in Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. He's the main character, and in DDS, you get to transform into a demon. So you don't recruit demons, but yourself are a human, but you can also transform into a demon. So basically, you would fight as Surf, which he's a soldier, so you could use his gun and probably some melee abilities, stuff like that. But he could also, when needed, transform into his demon form, which would be amazing. And then in his demon form, he can perform like the Bufudyne and perform like some in Digital Devil Saga, you're able to eat your foes. You would be able to devour the enemies, and it would be, oh man, that would be extremely cool. Like the fact that you can just transform right away during combat would be cool. They could also have some type of mana bar, with kind of like with Joker, basically with Arsene. So you just load, and at a certain point you're able to transform. That could be something like that, which would be cool. But I would like them if they were to do something like this, which, let's be honest, that's not very likely. It's just an idea, but I would like it if you could control when you transform and when you revert. And when you're in demon form, you drain your mana bar. That would be my suggestion, because in Digital Devil Saga, it is a real technique that you gotta use when you're fighting to transform into a demon and to revert back at the right times. So I would like it if they would give the player the choice of when to transform and revert, unlike Joker with Arsene, where as soon as your bar is full, he's summoned, basically. I would like the player to have the option, if it's possible, but man, would that be extremely cool. Another idea that I have is actually other characters from the Persona series, which is still Megaton. I would like to have Makoto Yuki and Yu Narukami as an Echo Fighter, or the contrary, that doesn't really matter. It would be 2 sword fighters that are fighting their way through the battlefield and that can summon a persona with a similar style to Joker. So I think that would be really cool. There's a lot of potential there. Again, those persona users that have different type of spells that they could use. Not as interesting as my other ideas, but I feel like people would be hyped for more persona characters in Smash, and those two, they're iconic and they would be a great pick in my opinion. Now, of course, when you think of Atlas, who's the icon? Who do you think of first? It is Mr. He-Ho, of course, himself. It is Jack Frost. So that would be really cool to have him as a playable character in Smash Bros. So I know that I talked about Jack Frost in my Demi-Fiend suggestion, but I'm talking about playing as Jack Frost. I think that would be really cool. Like, you are Jack Frost, you do your spells. Of course, you have a lot of different techniques that you can use. You could probably like heal, use your Bufu spells. You can use like some melee attacks. You can buff yourself, debuff the enemies maybe even. That would be extremely cool. And he could have a very interesting moveset. Jack Frost has a cool personality, so there's really something there that they could do with him. Plus, he would be great to have him because unlike the other picks that I have, the cool thing about Jack Frost is that he's basically representing Megaton as a whole, from Megami Tensei Digital Devil Story to freaking SMT5. Like, he's a mascot at this point. He's like the mascot of Atlas. So for the representation and the iconic level, Jack Frost is the top rank, honestly. So maybe not as interesting to play as my other picks, which it is more like, it is a bit less ambitious to have just Jack Frost in, and he's more iconic. So I feel like he makes a lot of sense. So cool pick. That idea isn't from me. I found that idea in the comment section of the other video. Thank you guys. Now my last pick is another really ambitious picks, but very different as well from the other picks that we have. As I talked about in my previous video, I would like it if the Shin Megami Tensei 5 protagonist could make it in. That would be cool. That would be great for the marketing of Shin Megami Tensei 5, and he seems like a character, even though we don't know nothing about him, he seems like the type of character that would be fun to play as with his design. I'm sure he's going to be able to control demons as well, so there's something similar to my Demi-Fiend idea that we could probably do, but this is not what I want to get at. I'm talking about SMT5 protag as a fighter, as a playable character. So he would be able to fight maybe a sword fighter, maybe like some melee type of combat, and of course the ability to use spells if that's the case in game. But depending on his abilities in game, that would be what he would be like in Smash Brothers. Now, where I say that this is ambitious is that I would like it if they were to add Flynn and Raido as Echo Fighters. So that would be extremely cool. Basically, not even Echo Fighters, but just skins of the SMT5 protagonists. So just like with Hero from Dragon Quest, you know how that sick that is? You get like you play as Hero from Dragon Quest 11S, and you can choose Erdrick, or you can choose the other heroes from the other Dragon Quest games. That's so cool. Could you imagine they put SMT5 MC in, and then you click LR on your controller, and that switch like Flynn, Nanashi, Raido, and the protagonists from SMT1 and 2. How cool would that be? Even Demi-Fiend at this point would work. Like all the protagonists from the mainline games, that would be so amazing, and that would be like an announcement similar to what they did with Dragon Quest and Hero. That was an announcement that I'm a Dragon Quest fan, but I'm not as big of a fan of the Dragon Quest series as I am Megaton. So, and even that announcement, I realized how iconic and how big of a deal it was to have all those characters as one, and I bought the character. If they were to do something similar with SMT, oh man, mind blown, honestly. It would be amazing. I know that the characters are kind of different from one to another, way more than the Dragon Quest's heroes, so it would be a lot of work. But as we can see from Sakurai and his team, they're able to do some miracles. I mean, Steve is in Smash, so, I mean, anything's possible now, isn't it? So this is it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a different type of video, but I do wanted to put my imagination here on the table and give you guys my ideas of how SMT characters could work in Smash Brothers. I hope you liked it. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more similar content. I post twice a week, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday and Thursday of every week, and we have a weekly podcast here on the channel. If you're into that type of content, you can also subscribe and ring the bell, and we will see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching.